Hi everyone, my name is Sophia Wixton, and since I wasn't able to interview someone directly, I chose to complete the alternative option for this assignment. I decided to research Ashley Flowers. She's the founder and host of the true crime podcast, Crime Junkie, and honestly, her career reflects exactly the direction I want to go in. I picked Ashley because she's not just a host, she's also a businesswoman. She built a podcast from scratch and turned it into a full-time monetized brand through her media company, Audio Chunk. Before this project, I assumed podcasting was mostly about having a good voice or cool stories, but now I know it's way deeper. So here's a little bit of what I learned. Ashley didn't start out in media. She studied biomedical research, which actually she studied that at ASU, so that's a cool fact, and worked in sales before she ever touched a microphone. What stood out to me is that she didn't wait for permission or the perfect moment. She made the opportunity. She started Crime Junkie while working full time, stayed consistent, and grew her audience 1 week at a time. Her edge came from her passion for research and true crime, but what really pushed her forward was how she treated the podcast like a business. She invested in branding, built a team, and formed partnerships. This is the mindset I'm already trying to apply to my own podcast. From everything I read and watch, the world of professional podcasting seems pretty unpredictable, but super rewarding. It requires emotional presence, strong storytelling, and consistency. You can't just post whenever you feel like it. There are real expectations. Podcasters today have to master more than just the mic. We have to know audience, engagement, and monetization, and how to expand across platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, a lot of social media. It's not just about having a voice, it's about knowing how to use it. So, critique slash questions I'd ask. One thing I couldn't really find in my research was what Ashley felt in the early days before success. I'd love to ask her, what did it feel like to keep showing up when no one was clapping yet, or how did she manage that fear of not being good enough while still pushing forward? That emotional process is something I kind of relate to right now. And while I learned a lot, I wish there were more behind the scenes detail about her self doubt, setbacks, or even burnout, things that aren't as polished but just as real. Alright, so now to get into my personal takeaway. This research totally shifted my view on podcasting. It's not just a little like side hustle or something not as serious. It can be a very serious career. It thrives when passion meets structure. You have to love what you're saying, but also have to have, the mindset, the marketing, the package. You have to have it all pretty much. And really it comes down to your own voice and your soul and if you really love it. I'm leaving this experience with way more clarity and way more respect for the grind. Podcasting isn't just something I want to do. It's something I need to do. It's something that I feel drawn to within psychology, within, helping my friends. I would say just a little bit more on my personal statement is I have always kind of been like a therapist for my friends, and I think that's why podcasting has kind of stood out to me is because it's like I can really connect with my friends and help them, so why not kind of broaden that to a bigger platform and maybe help some more people and, kind of start a more broad thing to what I'm good at, if that makes sense. Sorry. Okay. But, I'm not just creating content. I'm sort of building a diary for my soul. And in the end, that's what sort of makes it all worth it and pushing through maybe self-doubt and fears and maybe not being good enough or judgment. I'd say, it makes it worth it. It's something I connect to. So thank you for listening in. And I'm sorry I did not complete the assignment right the first time. Anyways, bye.